and the NBA has some type of deal where they working it out so the NBA players will participate in FIBA, so you can continue to generate more money. FIBA gets money, the NBA gets money, and the players get a little bit. What are your thoughts on that situation? Yes, sir. I totally agree. I'll address that in a second. What are your thoughts on that situation? And is it time? Is it time for the United States of America to get an official basketball team? I'm listening.
For the United States of America to do what?
To get an official basketball team.
Oh, okay.
Silence is really not good on live air.
Man, I thought you were talking. As far as it goes, yes, I think that'd be dope. It just, who would it be? Would it be like would it be the stars that we love to know? Would it be, G League players? Would it be a combination of both? Would it be some college players? Like, if we do figure out what it actually is and how to make it work, I'm for it. You know me, I love basketball. Really, basketball I can see is dope to me.
But actually, that's a threefold situation because they didn't want to really start it too late into January because a lot of the TV networks were saying that they didn't want to go into the summer because people wasn't watching it. So you have the Olympic thing, the TV networks, and the earlier that you started, the more games you can play. So of course, there's more money. But as far as the USA getting their own, like a team, I would think it'll be best served if you get all of the top recruits. And like Joe said, maybe the like top of the line G League players, but it's just top of the line G League players more likely they're going to be a good team. Yeah, I don't know how they would do that as far as just without using those NBA players, because those other countries is using they professional players too, so they kind of be at a disadvantage.
Well, first and foremost, I think the money thing, like I said last week, the money thing really don't bother me. Me personally, I think, like most things in America, when you present it, people will adjust. I personally think the NBA should start around the beginning of the year or Christmas. Let's say Christmas game should be the beginning of the year because let's be honest, no one is really watching baseball. Some of us diehard baseball fans are watching, but by and large, nobody's really watching baseball on TV. It's a regional sport. The NBA is an international sport. If you, and then after a certain age, you're not going hanging out and partying all the time. And we're transitioning into a situation to whereas people of age are sitting down, relaxing at the crib, and why not sit in the air, watch a basketball game? Because again, this is an international game. So I think it should start there anyway, because I can't remember the last time I watched a game from Halloween to Christmas. Unless there is no unless. I can't remember the last time I watched it before Christmas. Period. The second thing in regards to the FIBA thing, there are dozens upon dozens of American-born NBA players who, for one reason or another, they are not in the National Basketball Association. Whether it's this dude makes too much money, I don't want to pay him what he's worth, or whatever, or it's just not enough room. We are dealing with 300 NCAA teams, Division I alone. 200, I think it's like 300. So if you get, I'll just use names from the past who were dominant in college and they just were not good enough to make it to the pros. Like a Anderson Hunt, like a Scotty Thurman, like a Conrad, I can't think his last name, he played for Syracuse. These guys just didn't make it in the National Basketball Association. They went on to overseas to make a ton of money. and they killed over there. I got a cousin who's down in Venezuela, or is it Dominican Republic? He's MVP. They used to call him the Machine. Him and LeBron are the same age. I think you can get those kind of guys because at the end of the day, first and foremost, you want people to watch. The point in having the basketball being a big deal, you want people to watch. I do not want to watch the United States of America flush another team by 25, 30, 50 points. I don't want to watch that. That's not fun. I don't give a damn if if you got a flag going out your ass. I don't want to watch a 50-point blowout every time a game is played. If you make it a more competitive situation, you will draw in more fans naturally. You draw in more fans naturally, it's more of a money draw. And there it is.
But that's something that's happening every 4 years. NBC don't want to see Anderson Hunt. They want to see Anthony Davis.
As a sports fan, do you want to watch a 50-point blowout, or do you want to watch an 8?
As a sports fan, of course, we want to see something competitive. But as a businessman who invested $100-some million into the Olympics, I want to have the best squad so I can have the best people. Well, I don't know if they'll be having fans there at that time, but I want to get the most bang for my buck.
Right, and competitive basketball is the most bang for your buck, because if you assume you may lose, you will have more people paying attention.
Think about this though. If it would have been Denver versus
Miami,
Boston, who did they beat in the championship game?
Denver versus Miami.
That's different because Boston is a big market. But say Denver versus Miami. You mean to tell me that Denver versus Miami will get more ratings than, of course, the Lakers versus the Celtics, for instance? Like, say, for instance, that's the same way you got to think about with the Olympics.
And
I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying, but as a businessman and as the television networks is looking at it, I don't want to see the Fighting Illini versus Northwestern in the Big Ten championship. We do as fans, but
well, who burned the jerseys? Who burned the jerseys? Fans.
Okay, you know.
No, I am listening. I mean, bro, why must it's?
I'm saying you're not looking at it from.
I am looking at it. I'm looking at it from the perspective of a competitor. I'm looking at it from a person who's been watching sports my entire life. I'm looking at it like, do I want to watch a team blow a motherfucker out, or do I want to watch a nail biter? And if you have enough nail biters, you will draw people in.
Okay, so what do you do for it? But it did finally just went on. We all knew it wasn't a snowball chance in hell that Miami was going to beat the Lakers.
And that's why I didn't watch any of the motherfucking games.
Oh.
And then you have it.
Raider Kev just said, I'll watch if it's competitive. Case in point, last night football. Exactly. Last night football game. Everybody and their mama said, this is some bullshit. And then word started to spread, this is a real football game. And people started watching. I mean, I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch. Okay, I can since you disagree so vehemently, a couple years ago, the last NCAA tournament was one of the highest in recent history, and it was Virginia versus the Red Raiders. What's the name of that shit? Texas Tech. And you know what? Michael Wade said the same thing. Appreciate you. That's why March Madness makes so much money. It's the thrill of the upset. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you going into this and you going, damn, we fuck around and lose. Let me check this out. And these.
So you're juggling March Madness as opposed to the Olympics?
Yes, I am, because you don't know who's at Wichita State. Hold it.
People watching the Olympics, though, man.
That's my point, because you don't know who's on Wichita State. You don't know who's on Dayton. You don't know who's at Texas. You don't know who's at San Jose State. But the whole world is watching, waiting on an outcome. Because 9 times out of 10, it's wildly competitive. That's why so much money is made during that period. Because we don't know what's going to happen. Versus every year, the Lakers or the Celtics in the 80s. Every year, the Bulls versus somebody in the 90s. Every year, LeBron James and the NBA now. To me, that's why the NFL is so wildly popular. Because in 1999, 1998, they was the same old sorry-ass Rams. 1999, they the greatest show on turf. 2 years later, you got this rookie by the name of Tom, the second-year player by the name of Tom Brady. That ain't no way in hell they gonna beat the greatest show on turf. And next thing you know, they in a football game. You got last year, the Tennessee Titans coming out of nowhere. And then, you paying attention to them. I mean, I'm not trying to dismiss this marketing dollar thing, but we don't know anybody in the Olympics outside of the USA team. And yeah, you got teams, but if the reason, personally, I believe those other teams were beating the American teams is because you got Tony Parker and his homies playing since they was 13 together. You got Tony Kukoc and his homies and Vlade Divac now playing together since they was 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. And then you tell a group of dudes who don't know each other, who probably never played with each other, to go together, play a team versus a collection of talent. I'm taking a team versus a collection of talent every day. And you would too. You don't want me to tell you how I know you would? Because you used to be on a team like that. You, Chill, Coley, Dre, and anybody else who wanted to hoop with y'all used to beat the hell out of Brian Allen now. And those dudes were supposed to be the cream of the crop on the north side. And y'all was kicking their ass regularly. Right?
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but as a business model, I don't want to see that.
Well, to move on, fuck the businessman. I'm a sports fan. And that's how I'm looking at it. The greatest show on turf was a direct shot at the 1998 Minnesota Vikings. We didn't get it done. The Rams, yeah, exactly. I remember that. Randy Moss rookie year. I mean, this is me, man. Philadelphia Signals the Philadelphia 76ers unveiled their new uniforms. What are y'all thoughts on those whack-ass uniforms? On the new uniforms.
I haven't been liking none of the uniforms they came out with. I've been seeing a lot from my kids actually came out today. I'm not impressed at all. Like, at all. They're terrible.
Yeah, they might grow.
That shit ain't never gonna grow on me.
All these, those they city edition or what they call those, because they had some on recent reports where it was like they have like